Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Titans going up against the Texans. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
First carry for James Conner. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Prescott off play action. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 67 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Prescott on first down. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now it's Conner, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit near the 25. No gain on the play there. Second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Again, it's Conner. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Taco Charlton. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And tough starting field position here. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Sanders shaking and baking.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterback, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. Never want that.
No, that's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward.
They'll go McNichols to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There is absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKinney. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Here we go now. Blue, landed.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue.
Oh, Prescott stripped, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. North of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On third down, that's counter. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on third and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh, and that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And here comes the Texans now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll start on the ground with McNichols, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
They run again with McNichols, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
Thinking pass.
Here we go. Blue landing.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's McKinney. 1 quarter down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Here as he's taken down. Linval Joseph. He's the one that runs him down, and my goodness, that will be a huge loss on the play. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the Titans getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now out comes Houston. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run with Connor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Here's Connor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Normally when you put together a 3-4 defense, you want massive people up front who can eat up blockers and allow the linebackers to run free. But how about the big fella right there? Breaking all codes and getting into the backfield and making the play.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Spencer Lanning now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw is Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdowns. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
2nd down, Prescott. Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. First down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Green 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Texans with it now early in the 2nd. Joseph's got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. First and 10. Worthy's going to haul in the pass, and he'll end up at the 40-yard line before being tackled. Titans would later fumble away possession. 3rd down at the 14. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and he capped off the 7-play drive with the score. The Titans up now by 12.
All right, Larry, these 2 teams back out there as we get set and ready for this 2nd half. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Around the NFL, they're into the 2nd quarter in the Meadowlands. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Let's go. Green.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so valuable for any offense.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's no...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Taco Charlton in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That one goes for 36 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Here's Prescott. And he hits Drake. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing, Prescott. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now out comes Houston. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Prescott to throw it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down. Six yards to go here on second down. Now they try the right side here. And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it. Comes Houston. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The Titans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, That can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's McKinney. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jordan Leggett the target there, and it's 3rd and 5. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Eric Armstead with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And the Panthers have extended their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The drive will start with Connor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Prescott now from the 50. And this is going to be incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. A lone second remains now in this third quarter.
Now let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Single. Watch 18. Watch
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he rifles one incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They'll set up to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Prescott now. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Linval Joseph in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Spencer Lanning now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Now let's go.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Second down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Into the fourth quarter now. The offense has got to feel like they've imposed their will and kind of taken the life out of the defense. And you can see it from the perspective of the guy carrying the football. Those holes have to look huge, similar to a great hitter seeing a ball come into the plate.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Taco Charlton able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. A road win in the National Football League.